Hello, folks. It's Welsh British here again. Hello on this lovely Friday night when you've all finished work in the week and sitting down to a nice meal or having a bottle of wine, or maybe both. Another bottle of wine to have later. Well, here we are again. Look, I said I'd be back, didn't I? It's Friday, and Burnham has been appointed as Prime Minister. Although he's not actually starting till Monday, is he? No, not till Monday. And poor old Starmer's not finishing till Monday, is he? Ah, right. So Starmer's taking over Monday, that's it. But Starmer's not finishing till Monday because he was hoping to go to the World Cup final. But he's been short-circuited in that, hasn't he? Because Argentina won the bloody game. So he's not even going to get to the World Cup final. Hard luck, Starmer. I don't know. Poor old England. But anyway, at least I haven't got to play in front of Starmer. But the fans are disappointed, though, because not only would it have been great to see England in the World Cup final, but I'm really sure that the fans would love seeing Keir Starmer's a banker. Or was it wanker? Still, there we go. But anyway, look, on a serious note, right? I've been led to understand that Burnham did an interview. And he did it with Gary Lineker. What on earth would he want to do an interview with Gary bloody Lineker? I mean, he's supposed to be the new Prime Minister, isn't he? Not the new sort of manager of the football team at Downing Street. So, yeah, maybe it would be better if he was manager of the football team at Downing Street, wouldn't it, eh? And then you could understand, one, Gary Lineker interviewing him, and two, he'd probably do a better job, really, wouldn't he? But anyway, such is life. So Gary Lineker, honestly, Jesus Christ, I'm going to give him a bag of crisps, turn the piss off. What an awful bloody man. But interviewing a potential new Prime Minister, Gary Lineker, don't make me laugh. Honest to God, Gary Lineker, get back to your football, lad, and keep your nose out of politics. Nobody wants to know what you're saying because you talk out your derriere, don't you? So take a hike, Lineker. Hang around. You never know. You might get a job as Chancellor of the Exchequer. Pound Street, Downing Street is going to know no bounds, Mr. Lineker. You might get a nice cushy number. Be advisor to Larry the Cat, couldn't you, Gary? Oh, dear. Anyway, should we try and be serious for a minute? So anyway, apparently Burnham did a speech today, didn't he, to the Labour faithful. The Labour faithful. I watched a bit of it, and to be honest with you, I got so bored I turned it off and I went out. And when I came back, I thought, I'll go on, let's watch a bit more of it. So I watched a bit more. And, well, as we predicted, you remember I did that podcast a week or so ago, sort of saying what we predict about Burnham, or more about Burnham, or can't remember exactly what I called it now, but it was there. And I got good views for that. Got about 500 views for that. So listen, keep forwarding my podcast, please. Forward them to everyone you know. And don't forget to subscribe and give me a tick. It all helps. And that'll be really, really helpful. So I'll be grateful if you subscribe and give me a tick. And if you send my videos on to other people and wherever you like, that would be good too. So anyway, moving on from there, this speech, I got a few notes from it here. But so anyway, you remember I was saying that Burnham would be much better at talking than Starmer, because, well, it's like listening to AI with Starmer, isn't it? AI without a personality. But Burnham, I mean, he's given his credit. He's got a good bunny on him. He's got a good mouth on him. He can spin a speech. Can Burnham? He can spin a speech. And he certainly said all the right things, said all the ladies in the crowd, the ladies were all, clapping and giving the bright eye, and all the ladies love Burnham. Oh, God. He's sort of like the Beatle, isn't he? The Beatle of the Labour Party at the moment. All the women are after him. Oh, at the moment, that is, at the moment. So, anyway, getting on to his speech, he was saying all the right things, very little substance, I thought, and very little detail. Well, there you go, really. So it was rather boring. We've heard it all before. And what I said in previous podcasts, haven't I, is don't worry so much about what they say, look at what they do. So, we can look at some of the stuff that Burnham's been saying, and then later on, in the coming weeks and months, the coming year, I don't think he'll last much longer than that, maybe in 2 years, then we can see what he does. This is what's going to count, what he does. We've had enough of politicians, haven't we? Particularly since 2010, really. Talking about this, talking about that, but delivering absolutely FA. Absolutely something else. But anyway, here we go. He's going to give hope back. Now, that's really good. He's going to give us hope, fellas, right? Ladies and gentlemen, Burnham's going to give us hope. Now, I'm sure that helps you to feel a lot better about things. We're not in a huge mess at all, of course. And he's going to be changing lives. I'm sure he is going to change lives, but not in the way we want him to. Or perhaps not even in the way that he means. But, and he's going to change the failing NHS. He reckons they cut down their waiting lists. He does. Oh, yeah. Reckons Labour cut down their waiting list. Well, we all know how good senior managers are in the NHS at fiddling the waiting list so they look better to keep the politicians happy, so their budgets carry on increasing, don't we? So we wouldn't count perhaps too much on that. And of course, if he's going to improve the NHS in the future, is it going to be through NHS efficiencies and to cut down on the money they waste, because they waste a lot of money? Or is he going to put more money into it that we can't afford? Let's wait and see about that one. And what else is he talking about here? He says they've rebalanced the scale of justice. Now, Christ knows what that's supposed to mean. Really, I mean, is he sort of insinuating that they're locking more people up for saying things? It's like 1984, isn't it? The thought police. My God, we're there, yeah. It's about 30 years after 84, but eventually we got there with the thought police. This was one made me laugh. He says he promises to end the cover-up culture. Now, I thought that was really interesting, actually, because if Andy Burnham is going to end the cover-up culture, then why is the government bringing in legislation to control YouTube, to make YouTube highlight the BBC, ITV, Channel 4, Sky, etc., and to hide away down the algorithms and put you and me off watching silly people like me, but some really good, knowledgeable people like 2CTV, like Paul Thorpe, like the Bat Belt barrister Daniel. So if they're going to try and hide all that and push it down the algorithms, and if that's what the government are trying to get them to do, then why would they do that if they were going to end the cover-up culture? Because by doing that, all they're going to do is highlight what all the channels that are very friendly to the government are prepared to sort of twist things and tell lies, like the BBC, and only put across the government's narrative, and hide any other views that don't fit in with the government narrative. So how's that ending the cover-up culture? And what's going to happen about the Grape Gang inquiry? Is that going to be speeded up? Because the way that's being strung out and kicked down the road till after the next election is Communist Labour carrying on with the cover-up, isn't it? So is he going to change anything about that? Is he going to be honest about why he wants to restrict the under-16s on social media, because it's not there to protect the children, is it? It's there so they can produce ID cards and so they can have more state control. And state control so that they can cover up the stuff they don't want you and I to hear. So is he going to cancel that bit of legislation? Or is it just a lot of hot wind? So we'll have to wait and see, won't we? And as I said before, it's not what you say, Andy Burnham, it's what you do. And the country and the world will be watching you. The world will be watching you, Mr. Burnham. They will. They'll be watching you to see whether you're going to give us the free speech back that Starmer cruelly and nastily took away from us. The world will be watching to see if you give us the democracy back that Starmer was taken away from us. We want to see if you're going to give undertakings never to cancel elections like Starmer did, because he thought the outcome of the elections were going to be what he didn't want. Are you going to do that, Andy Burnham? Or are you going to give us a commitment that you're not? We will see what you do, won't we? And what solid promises and commitments you give us. That's what you'll be judged by. Now, the other thing I picked up that was quite interesting through various sources was apparently, I don't know if this is true, so you better check it out, but I heard that a lot of the Labour backbenchers don't want Mahmood to be the Chancellor of the Exchequer because they don't think she's left-wing enough. Now, I'll leave you to draw your own conclusions on that one. So the Labour backbenchers want somebody as the Chancellor of the Exchequer that is much more left-wing than Mahmood. Interesting. Have a think about that one. Now we go on. What does he say now? Uniting the Labour Party in Britain, he was talking about. Well, you've got a big job on your hands there, mate, haven't you? Hey, Andy, unite the Labour Party? You put in my leg? Be like me winning the lottery, wouldn't it? Good luck, mate. Let's see. Point scoring. Or are you going to end the point scoring, are you? So you're not going to carry on attacking Nigel Farage. You're going to listen to his policies and you're going to discuss his policies and how they relate to your policies, are you? And be a sensible adult politician. We'll wait and see how you are. We'll wait and see what you do. Then what else have we got here? Oh, that was it. What crossed my mind, Mr. Burnham, when I was watching your speech, is it rather seems to me as if you're trying to take the country back in time and pretend that you're coming in after a Thatcher government. So you're going to actually be sort of putting Thatcher down, when really at the end of the day, the person that was in before you was Starmer, and you don't want to be putting him down, of course. And the people before that was a fairly left-wing Conservative Party, really. Sort of Conservative stroke Labour Party, wasn't it? Which is why nobody votes for them now. So there's not much point you putting them down because they're finished anyway. So, yeah, I don't know, really. Yeah. So anyway, I think you're trying to sell yourself as a Tony Blair. Well, I got news for you, mate. You're not Tony Blair. And actually, he didn't do a very good job either. He sowed the seeds and planted the roots and planted the foundations for the bloody mess that we're in today. So there we are. Don't try and be a Mr. Blair. You could try and be yourself, but that's not really much good. Taking things back into public control, nationalising the railways. Oh, what a surprise. Nationalise the railways. Of course, we got plenty of money for that. We're only 3 trillion quid in debt. Now, yeah, it does seem to be that everyone's saying that you're still going to put taxes up. That'll be really good. Yeah, put taxes up, mate. Then we'll have less to spend and less to save, which means that the tax will drop. What you're getting in tax coming in from us will drop because we won't have the money to spend, will we? And the rich people, they're going to piss off abroad, or shall I say, carry on going abroad, because they're doing that already. And there'll just be more of them going abroad. The tax income will go down. We're already spending more on social benefits and the welfare state than we got tax coming in. And that's been happening for some time now, hasn't it, Mr. Burnham? So really, I think you better be doing something about that. Otherwise, it's time for the International Monetary Fund, isn't it? Get the begging bowl out. And then you get your arse whipped and they'll tell you what to do. Yes. Well, I think we'll have to wait and see, really, won't we? Because, you were making some right sounds, Mr. Burnham, but to be honest, we've heard it all before so many times, particularly since 2010. We've heard all the bunny, all the bullshit. We really have. So we want to know what you're going to do. We're watching. The world is watching you. The country is watching you. We're watching you. And we will judge you by what you do. By what you do. So we'll go from there, mate. Okay? Now, the next thing, folks, is that he will be picking his cabinet. He's not done that yet, has he? But I thought I'd spring on and just sort of have a chat anyway. But I think it's Monday, isn't it? He's going to choose his cabinet. So maybe what I'll do is I'll do one on Monday or Tuesday when we know a bit more about that. And what I've done is I've made a note of how the Starmer cabinet was, so we can see sort of how that's changed and so forth. But anyway, look, please subscribe. Please share my videos. Please give me a tick, okay? Carry on with those comments. Let's have a good giggle. Let's see, because it's going to be great fun to see who's appointed where, isn't it? In the communist pound shop of 10 and 11 Downing Streets, Maybe, but why not have Diane Abbott as in the Treasury? It's Chancellor of the Exchequer, Diane Abbott. She's good. She can count on one hand very well. She's very good at that. And we still don't know where the Ginger Growler's going, do we? Hey, we still don't know. No. No, she could be minister of discos and light entertainment, couldn't she? She was flashing her Ginger Growler, but Boris Johnson, wasn't she, trying to put him off his stroke? Apparently, it's very odd, doesn't it? The House of Commons flashing her growler to try and put Boris Johnson off what he was saying. Well, it didn't work because it didn't put him off what he was saying. But his wife told me the other day it put him off his dinner when he got home. Well, I think the Ginger Growler's enough to put anybody off their dinner. So anyway, we'll see. Maybe Minister for Discos and Social Events or... I don't know. Gee, where did I get them from? My God. Still, I'm not going to go over all the individuals again. So there we are. So that's all there is for now. Just thought I'd pop on just before I throw a few things in. But leave loads of comments and it'll give me material, won't it? It'll give me material. And we can go from there and we can have some good fun, but we can have a bit of seriousness as well, because we're going to keep our eye on Andy Burnham, aren't we? Hey, Andy Burnham, going to keep our eyes on you, pal. All right, see you soon, folks. Bye now. Take care.